Yo, so that was good, y'all, man. Let's be back to the game. This time I got Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, episode 11, man. I ain't finna waste somebody else's time because I don't got shit else to say. So we just finna hop right into it, bro. I do got one thing to say, though. I hope y'all enjoying Danganronpa as much as I am, bro. I'm trying to hurry up and get to the second game because some niggas told me that the second game has a way better cast than the first one. Some of y'all may disagree in the comments, but that's just what I was told. So I'm excited, bro. Only thing I'm not excited for is the discourse that's gonna happen when I choose to play UDG. Now, this is my honest question. This is my honest question for all the UDG haters. Have you seen Andy and Lele? Have you seen Class of 09? Is it worse than those two games? Let me know. Is it worse than those two games? Because if it is, you know, because I've played some shit, but you know. Anyway, nothing else to talk about. Why was the mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the mastermind. Keener. Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. Why is it flickering as fast as they are? What this bitch talking about? I mean, I want to know why they killed as much as the next guy. I mean, I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here.
What's your problem?
Hurry up and find something. What are you doing? What are you doing except sitting in a fucking corner headbutting it like a damn sad cat? Okay, bro. Somebody said get off her dick. You right. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? Damn, they ain't even give me a motherfucker. What you got? There's a really ridiculous number of monitors here. The mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this. Huh? You know what my next trend is gonna be? Anytime she starts moaning, I'm not even gonna say nothing because she's saying exactly what she needs to say. I don't need to say no words when she does that. How much is a monthly membership? Okay, bro. Okay. It's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what? We can't do anything? Sorry. So what? We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. Huh? What century are you from? Mastermind must have been using these monitors to using these to monitor the network. I'm fucking it all up. You know what it is? I have no water or ice. That's what it is, bro. Give me 1 second. I will return. Yo, I just scooped up the motherfucking ice cubes in the freezer, and this bitch hung on at the edge. Look at him. That bitch did not want to go down, bro. I ain't never seen no shit like that. That nigga really said, no! I will not fail! Just for me to do this. Just for me to do this. Bitch. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is my cup. Nigga thought he was finna escape or something. Nigga thought it wasn't his destiny to get down. Oh my gosh, I just saw an ice fight its own destiny, bro. That's how you know the world is changing. That's how you know the world is fucking changing. I can't believe I just saw that. Yeah. There you go. All right. And Alter Ego. You may well be right about that.
What? But
there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook that antenna up, we could watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You know?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me get my magic working, and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what the fuck is he talking about? I thought it was just because I just started the game that I had no idea what was going on, but it seems the characters are confused at themselves, so. What did I not click on that door? I ain't click on that door. This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use that key to open this room? Let's give it a try just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it, though. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind is gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. So once again, when they keep trying to specify certain plot points as if they're fact concrete, you know the opposite is true.
You know?
Oh. If an elephant could bark, that's the sound he just made. What's wrong? Good news for all of you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. Oh, you got you go. And they were still sitting here watching TV the whole fucking time. I really thought they could get away with it, man. Fuck. Of course, I knew that was gonna happen. I just thought that honestly it was gonna be one of the monitors on the back screen, and the only reason I said that is because the surveillance camera that I acknowledged earlier. Huh? This is it's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitor in this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
Oh, that's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird.
But...
Says the fucking book talk gooner. And you're the source of the goonery. You're the one making it. Disgusting. I sounded like Monokuma for real right there. Disgusting. But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed?
Well...
Did you try changing the channel? Good idea. Let's give that a try. He went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was live feed of us standing there in the data center. And ain't this the same room that I saw in that TV in that Monokuma nighttime shit last episode? I might be tweaking.
What the heck?
What the fuck? Is it broken or something?
Could it be...
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually...
I'm not sure, but... Huh? What?
Huh?
What?
Been a while, you freaking bastards! Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be fucking stupid.
What?
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been a half day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead, all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see the bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that.
Shing!
Well, it's almost time to cut off your past, so... It's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
Let me out of here!
No, we're supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? All right.
Well now.
I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll get to the point now. The point.
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected an antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look at how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. That TV is absolutely without a doubt out displaying the signal coming from it on an antenna.
Huh?
But what does that mean?
What the heck?
Displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV right now. So we're in what's that goddamn movie? What's that goddamn movie, y'all? What is it? Jim Carrey was the main person in the movie. I just can't think of the name of it. Fuck! What's the name of that movie, y'all? I'm about to get fucking angry. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it alone. Obviously, it's not for me to remember. What?
Extreme!
This killing game is being broadcast to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. Broadcast to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh no!
The camera feed is being broadcast. No way. That's impossible.
Phew!
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course!
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them the true despair like they've never seen before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
what are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone would be going crazy right now. Water break. Here you go, bro. Somebody said I ain't never seen a nigga drink so stressfully. Yeah, that shit did stress me out. I don't even know why. Damn, that little ass poop out of my throat. What? Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes indeed.
Then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try to warn you, but who'd actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that nigga not even laughing no more. He's just excited. That nigga say, "Yaha!" What the fuck is that? That's a secret. There's something you all need to know first, remember? What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh. There's this little business of...
A body has been discovered.
Okay. I thought you were not gonna do that.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
I thought you weren't gonna do that this time, honestly, because it wasn't a student, but obviously I was wrong. Class trial? Do you mean... What?
The Monokuma file! Heart-pounding excitement!
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for one heck of a ride.
Can't wait! I can't wait!
Yep. Knew he was gonna exit after that one. Then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. Yeah, I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered. No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it in like this, I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself. Anyway, we better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. Never heard that word before. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Is it just me, or Byakuya really like locked in now? Like he not even trying to be a bitch no more. He like really locked into this shit. He on some like, and then his words kind of motivating a little bit. Why that nigga just motivate us low-key though? He sound like a prissy Aizawa. Yup, I fuck with it. Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which completely went through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. Well, obviously it's not Kyoko because all of those wounds were several days old. So unless you were asleep for several days, how could it have been Kyoko? That bitch was in your room, wasn't she? I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened or we're all fucking dead. I need to go back to the crime scene. Back to the garden. Monokuma file 5. Fuck. Alright, let me see if my theory... Alright, okay, time to get started. Let me check now. Let me check if there's still chicken here. I knew it. I knew one of them bitches was gonna be missing. 4.
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But...
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the whole world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? I think... Okay, y'all know my theory. I don't think this is a real body. I think this is some bullshit, and that chicken was the blood that we seen. I think Monokuma is a bitch, and I feel like he's supposed to be trying to get us to understand that this ain't real. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find something. Maybe it'll tell me if it's Kyoko or not. I had to freestyle because I already fucked up the sentence. I already fucked up the sentence. I can't rewind. Yeah, and get that fucking mosquito sound off my back. I'm tired of hearing it. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long though. Seem like they get in the way of normal activity. That fucking mosquito sound is aggravating the hell out of me. Somebody said, bro, those are crickets, locusts, grasshoppers. Give a damn what it is, it's aggravating me. There's also something on the back of her right hand, cicada. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it's like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like that before. Tattoo on the right hand, for sure. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. A bucker? Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's something strange about that, right? I don't know. It might be. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's also one little piece left. I mean, there's only. The upper half of the body got set on fire in an explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Do y'all think that word was just important right then? Blackened? Because y'all know how they like to use that word, blackened. He could have said charred. He could have said ashed. He could have said coal. That nigga decided to use the word blackened. I don't really know what that means yet, but I feel like that's important. Also, the top half of the body is wet. This fucking room is too loud. It's because it got set on fire, not through water on it. Since only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half. The bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis has been added. Alright, well, obviously you're done here. They gave me the truth bullet. This is too fucking loud. It's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? Must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. Force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused this fatal injury? There is no fatal injury. Either way, this knife really looks familiar. Wait, is this? No fucking shit. That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There's just too many strange coincidences. Remember the person in that mask that attacked me that night was... They were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. I was so happy that they had turned that shit off and now it's right the fuck back on. Let's be sure I should take a look inside the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, pretty terrible. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Wet and dirty? That bothers you? That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Well, nothing else, huh? You know you gotta check everything. It's the type of game that you miss one thing and be mad as fuck that you missed it an hour later trying to figure out why the class trial hasn't started. Yep, so I clicked the tarp, I clicked that, I clicked that, I clicked that, I clicked that. And I clicked the flower pot. So yeah, I think I got everything in him. I want them birds to shut the fuck up. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and...
You're serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? Should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 as usual, and I headed for the dining hall. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was like 9. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Yep, 9. You're...
You know?
Now that you mention, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. It's a pretty small job. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. Alright. What's the word?
So in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking me about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime, I came to the garden. I was going looking around for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hero's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account. I don't really give a fuck. Don't care. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be too sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. The fuck is there? Hello? Hair? What is that? I've never seen that before, ever. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a little better too, so thank you. Alright. So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Well. Oh, I just clicked on this and remembered. I wonder is he gonna say it? I don't know if it really means anything, but they're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder had to have taken place. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko that attacked me last night? So, Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Okay, so I'm wondering, so the sprinklers go off at 7:30. Obviously, we have a wet tarp somewhere in that shed. So what does that mean though? So this the thing about noticing plot points. It doesn't mean that you're gonna put them together correctly. So I noticed the tarp. This one, the bottom half isn't wet, which means this was brand new, which obviously means it was planted. It didn't happen last night. So it happened around when I woke up. No. It happened after I woke up because I woke up at 7:30. So it happened after I woke up. It had to have happened while we were in that room fucking around with shit. So Monokuma was definitely still functioning before then, which obviously means he planted the body. Or she. Yeah, I'm gonna say she because it's fucking Mukuro Ikusaba. It obviously means she planted the fucking body. So also that body is fucking fake. And the blood is likely from that missing chicken. I just don't know how. I don't know if I'm on the right path with that. I don't know if I'm on the right path with that, but I'll let them have it. Because why would you put the wet tarp in the shed? It was muddy and wet, and the other side was completely clean. What does that even mean? Like, why was that? You know how I be saying they tell you shit on purpose because it's gonna be important later? Why is that part important? Is the floor itself muddy? You know what I'm saying? Something with that. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya, bitch. If you come with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Nah, not about that. You got the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, would you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Can't I just steal off his ass and take it? Anyway, pause. In the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Him being so secretive about it makes me believe that it might be the, that bathroom room. But just in case, I'm gonna go in this murder room and see if it's important. This ain't the murder room. So basically, Mukuro Ikusaba got a crush on Makoto. That's what's going on. She dick riding me because I'm the ultimate lucky student. Get off my balls, bitch. I don't even know if you bad yet. I don't even know if you bad yet. Somebody said, bro, she's a fucking psychopath, murderer, mastermind. Doesn't matter if she's bad. Well, says you, not me. I didn't say that. Says you. Somebody said, where do your standards lie exactly? I would like to know. I'm not telling you, bitch. You don't get to know that information about me. Yargin, yargin, schnoot, yargin, schnoot, yargin, yargin, schnoot, yargin, schnoot, yargin, schnoot, yargin, 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 schnoot. I wonder if there's gonna be anything weird in here. It shouldn't be, right? No, obviously not. Well, let me go to that secret room, I guess. Because I have no idea where that red little frame, that red metal frame would be from. I genuinely cannot remember where that would be from. I truly have no clue. So I'm gonna end up checking this whole fucking school behind that shit. It don't got no business being in here, but I'm down here, so why not? Yeah, okay. Figured. And so I don't know if this is plot, but I will say this. Do y'all think that it's a time thing in Monokuma's head, not the game? In Monokuma's head, is it a time thing, or is it genuinely how long it takes before you find the evidence that he thinks is sufficient for the trial? You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like when you get just the right amount of evidence, that's when that bitch pop up. I don't really know if it's a time thing or not. Probably not the rec room. Yeah, I'm gonna just head down. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what fucking room you're talking about, sir. Where the red frame is at? Where the fuck would that be? I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Ah, from the bomb. Okay. This just found something. What is it?
Huh?
Okay, that makes sense. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Fragments, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I checked everything else I could think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Check back to the garden and ask Byakuya. That makes sense. Okay, I'm about to just fucking teleport, bro. I'm tired of this walking shit. Think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Well. So, this is Kyoko's room. Something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them as their lockers. Or use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo. I don't really figure that there's anything else important in here, huh? Here's a bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. So you see something interesting here, not as far as the case is concerned. Yeah, okay. Freak man, I tell ya. There's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. Articles is crazy, bro. Hey, I think it would be wise to hold on. Well, I think I gotta talk to you.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? I ain't saying sorry to that bitch. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well,
Interesting.
Something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted the sheets up. What's this? I found a crumpled piece of paper. Ah, okay. Mukuro Ikusaba. Hope's Peak 78th student. It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you, it was a key and... That's it. This might be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgence. Indulgences? My bad. Indulgent? Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then look down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Oh, small for her age. She was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. Did that shit say the ultimate soldier? In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. Is Kyoko Mukuro Ikusaba? That can't be right. I don't think... You asking me why I think that? Just as much as I know about Kyoko, she hasn't really been in Japan for long. She hasn't been in Japan for long at all. But she's more of an investigator than she is a soldier. Yeah, I'll take that back. But I did. That did kind of have me like, girl, is that your real name? And you just don't realize it yet? The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. And Fenrir probably has that, but as a secret group, why would you put your tattoos on a fucking hand? That's too obvious, so maybe not. Ultimate Soldier. A mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That's how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
I was about to say, he probably knows. I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses. And they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa! I feel like our hero's becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you.
What?
What have you got there in your pretty little hand?
What?
Oh. Uh-oh, you found a profile? So what if we did?
Hey, come on now.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the master's headroom. Master's headroom? I'm fucking it all up. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
What?
A rule violation is really so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is and all, right? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all these rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there in total, right? I think the first meeting may have led you all a little astray. Yep, got a freestyle when I fuck it up. Misunderstanding. Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking place in this game were actually 16. 16, then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Right.
Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life? So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get from me for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge. I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. That's interesting. Now that's interesting. It's interesting that he says that because I can't actually remember what part of the body had the slices on it, but I do remember that being a plot. So that could be Kyoko's body because I do remember him saying that, but at the same time, it could still be Monokuma being Monokuma. You know what I'm saying? So, I do remember that being said about that body though. Now, what do I do with that information? Not much particularly. There's not really much to do. Yeah, not much to do. Where's those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand. Right, you remembered that. The tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. Right. It's a trap, yeah.
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
Right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to this case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? Mukuro is more than a student and way more than a killer. So I don't know if the rules apply to her the same, because why wouldn't she have a dorm room where everyone else has a dorm room? That would make it extremely unfair. So once again, I think that body's a plant. I don't, she killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? I must be an idiot for not coming to that conclusion. In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma behaviors makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it definitely does seem possible, but if that's true, Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? So, right now in my head, I don't think, oh, that bitch is gone for real. Right now in my head, Monokuma is a troll. I don't know if it can be that simple, but right now in my head, that body is just a plant. Because Kyoko found out about the 16th student, I guess. Which he puts information like that out for it to be found any motherfucking way. But I think since it was found out, it started getting too close. So they had to distract a little bit to keep the game going longer. I still am under the impression that that body was a plant. I don't think that that body is real, especially since they blew it up. You know what I'm saying? So, there are wooden lockers here. Use wood block keys, just like those super traditional black. Like the key we found really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. Is Kyoko finna fall out this bitch? I took the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. So is this what they're trying to say the motherfucker got whacked upside the head with? Oh, there's something else inside the locker. That blood. It's a wadded ball of duct tape. I wonder what this is used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely is related to the case. The duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Ding dong, ding dong. I think that's all the locker room has to offer for now. Oh, okay. Something wrong?
Very strange.
The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case, but how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Murkrow was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you do research on something? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kind of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Okay. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight for the shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with a file in his hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I don't know what it says. What language is that? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it to you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Ain't that kind of extreme? That nigga... Why he gotta be cool when he reading though? Like, nigga, get down here and read it with me. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is the equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the world of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Damn, was that the tragedy? You know what I'm saying? Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. You just gonna keep saying that? Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are a part of the world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use, but... So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? It did? Oh, the Wolf of Ragnarok, sorry. I read that wrong as shit. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo. So, okay, see, that's dumb to me. That's so dumb to me because it's way too obvious of a placement for a tattoo. But I said that way earlier. I said that earlier, but that was so dumb to me. But that's still, I don't think that that's actually Mukuro Ikusaba. I still feel like that body is a plant, but that might just be me. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuro Ikusaba's profile? There it is. Ding, ling, bling, ding.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena.
Damn.
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
All right. Then the time has come. And see, it's not a coincidence that he chose just now, or that she chose just now to start this mother. You feel what I'm saying? You're not slick. We know what you're doing. It's like you want us to win, damn near. Because it's a game. I get it. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
Right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. If Kyoko pops up, that's gonna be funny as hell. But if she doesn't pop up, that's also gonna be funny as hell. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. The heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you?
Huh?
What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of freak-ass fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or what? Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Right, I knew that bitch wasn't dead. What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. We heard that voice, we all spun to look around.
Hey,
I'm here, and listen to that beat they gave her on the entrance. Hey! Okay, I got a freestyle for her. She made that gangsta ass entrance. Yeah. Kyoko walked in like she really gangsta. Kyoko walked in like she really wanksta. She don't play games with no motherfucking bear. She'll hit you in your face, now you a square. Make that bitch hibernate. If you wanna play, we got wolf on your hands and you tried to wait. You tried to make us see some bullshit that wasn't reality. That bitch was planted. I see the fucking chicken. Yeah, that bitch was missing. Kyoko, what you thinking? You put that duct tape in the locker, what you saying? You walked in my room last night, what you playing? You trying to plot on me, bitch? How did it turn into a diss? It was supposed to be a good song. I take it back, what I just said, that shit was really whack, yeah, I think he getting in my head. Motherfucker planting evidence like a what? Playing evidence like a what? I don't know. Let's go again. But she back. I gotta say, I'm really, yeah, I gotta think of another word to. I can't keep saying like the same sounds because it's hard to rhyme. You feel me? All right, I got you. Do that shit to the top of the motherfucking hill. I look down on you bitches like a pill. I hate pills. That's the only reason why I said that. You know what? It doesn't matter what I hate. Y'all hated that freestyle, so I'm done. Kyoko. Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a Ghost! Stop talking. That bitch is hilarious. Toko is hilarious. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. That bitch growling. That's a new one. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll just be one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all arrested Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the class trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen if we take too long?
But
I'll be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator except me and Kyoko, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Folks now. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I almost also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a class trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
Sorry to have kept you all waiting. But if you're on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's that's an account that we can add?
just a second.
Bitch! Oh my god, she just scared the shit out of me. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go all over the Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? It's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Let me think, y'all. What do I think right now? I had a theory, but it left. Well, now I don't have a theory, but I do have something to say. I think I would have told her, hey, girl, I thought something had happened to you, so I went in your room, got some shit that I probably shouldn't have got, but it was under a panic guise, so sorry. But did you plant that knowing you were gonna disappear under the what if something happened to me and you know I was gonna panic even though something didn't happen to you, but you purposely made that shit seem like that? You're different. Should I respect it? Not quite sure. Not quite sure. That nigga said, this time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes from preparing for an execution. And that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depths of my eye, but it wasn't an illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Ew.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show! And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial! Yeah. Save my data, bitch ass nigga. Alright, open my no, not open heat. Open my skills. Extraordinary focus. What is that? Increases the focus gauge by 2. I don't think I need that. Cool and composed. Steadies your aim a little. Effective during non-stop debate. So I can use either one of those. Do I want steady aim or focus gauge? I'm gonna make myself over. I can't equip it. Why not? Why can't I equip? Why I couldn't equip that? I guess I'm maxed out. Maybe I'm maxed out on whatever. Well, let's do it. I don't need to review anything. I'm the GOAT.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
It's fucking cotton candy shit.
Your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Is Monokuma about to get punished? That bitch did it. That bitch did it.
Let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Y'all loud as shit today.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Okay.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
You feel me?
No, that's a ghost.
Okay.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Stop talking.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Why do you have to prove
Then
it?
let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Kyoko's piercing glare gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
But everything else would have got burnt up in the explosion, gang.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Please silence him. Someone silence him. Oh my god. He's the only one that's... Why do I have to prove this to him? He's the only one saying that dumb shit. He's the only one. All right, bro.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
I get it.
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
Has to be fake nails,
This
right?
entire discussion is idiotic.
Yeah, I don't even know why they're making me do this. I guess it's just a warm-up. This is their way of saying this is about to take a while, I guess.
Kyoko,
Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't.
they got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
The fuck?
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
This is exactly why you have a lawsuit. You sound like a nigga that don't take no for an answer. You probably grabbed like 10 of them. Just grabbed. Yep. Tape. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Tape.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
The fact that we even had to prove that makes me want Hero dead even more.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
First, you need to silence yourself permanently. Sorry, y'all. I'm just, you know.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
For anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. They get jokes. Okay, it It was funny. Aha. Get the fuck off my dick. Oh my gosh. Niggas had a troll
Kyoko
section.
really is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
She's not even stuttering.
If we can't identify the body.
Then there's nothing else we can do, right? If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
Maybe I'm gonna go tattoo on the right
Way
hand.
to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Why is she not stuttering,
Well,
gang?
if we can't identify the body.
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Do I have to grab something? I don't have to grab anything, do I?
Kyoko really
I'm gonna speed
is
through this
still
real quick.
There's gotta be.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma.
Well, if we can't identify the body.
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Okay, I'm gonna try that one, y'all.
We can't identify the body.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I'm locked in. Don't lock me out. The combination 124. Don't change it.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
What is wrong? She's back stuttering.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
And I hope they do it on you.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was
When Hina get mad and that little spike get activated, that shit is so funny.
is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to the other information, where is that shit at? That one probably? I think so. Yeah, I think it's that one.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is a wolf. Are they about to say Wolf of Ragnarok? Oh, okay, I was about to say, good God. They giving me this easy shit because they know it's about to get difficult in a few seconds. They know that in a few seconds, it's about to get difficult as hell. That's why they giving me this easy shit. Okay, bro. But I'm ready. I ain't a bitch. I ain't pussy, nigga.
Now I understand.
Have I always only had 5 hearts? I feel like I've had more than that. That's a little ass amount.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf beast.
See how she locked in? She's not stuttering.
He's the child of the
There you
trickster
go.
god Loki. And a female giant.
There it is.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
That motherfucker is way too close to the mastermind, though. So even if they weren't the mastermind, they were way too close to begin with.
But I mean, Being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Because why wouldn't you have put them in regular dorms? If Mukuro Ikusaba was a real person and was not the mastermind, that means that the mastermind hijacked their identity for some reason. I don't really know what the reason would be. I guess to hide their own identity, obviously. But they hijacked Mukuro's identity because Mukuro's actually the ultimate soldier. So they flipped that shit. They flipped that shit. Room. Shambles. Like they flipped it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Right.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Except maybe the fact that Mukuro Ikusaba was the one that knelt everybody in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Mukuro Ikusaba was the one that was like, I hate all you niggas. Die, Fenrir. Yep. That might have got the ultimate despair title right there.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
Now that they think Kyoko got it wrong, I don't think that they're right.
She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Probably.
Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Or a fucking plant. She's not real.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Was it though?
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
You, nigga.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
This nigga did it.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Declaration.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Okay.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Okay.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Okay.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Mukuro killed Mukuro, aka the fucking headmaster that's playing as Mukuro, or the mastermind that's playing as Mukuro, killed fucking Mukuro, aka the nigga that's not Mukuro, because somebody took somebody's identity. The ultimate soldier and the ultimate despair are two different entities. Both of them bitches are here. You feel what I'm saying?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Wow.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Makoto, Kyoko. Shut up.
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Okay.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
I mean, he can't really he can lie, but he has no reason to lie, but yeah.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden.
Right.
However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somebody have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Absolutely.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
I don't need no fucking help, bitch.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
9.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we left the gym. It was just before 9, so it's probably 9 o'clock now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Well, let's see which one we gonna make. Sprinklers? Yeah, sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Okay.
We've established a time. It took place
Somewhere between 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the...
Yep.
And Makoto,
I should be able to nail this one, right?
10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oh, wow.
Shoot!
That was... I should have known. That was too easy.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder,
I don't get
should
it.
think.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Why was sprinklers not right?
That's more than enough time.
I get it now. I think it's the right one. I get it now. This is the right one.
Somewhere between
I'm
10
confident.
o'clock at night.
Oh, I was confident in that one.
Shoot!
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna grab
We've
that one
established
again.
a time frame. It
I'm
took
confident in that
Somewhere
one.
between 10 o'clock at night
Whoopsies.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Never mind. I was confident in that one, bro.
That's more than enough time to... So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Simon, shut the fuck up.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Okay, wow.
That's wrong.
Wow. I feel like they played me on that one just a little bit, though. Just a little bit, though.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Okay.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Oh, this girl is a freak. What the fuck?
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Okay.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain video. I have to fucking battle her? Are you serious? Bitch. Wow, I really gotta battle this bitch.
Nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Woo! Ooh, I locked in.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Oh God, I missed it again. I missed it twice, bro. I was moving too fast. Oh my gosh, bro.
Trying to blame me? How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
My bad, y'all. I tweaked heavily, but I did lock in for that rhythm battle.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What are you mad about?
I'm so sick of her.
Like, what is she tweaking about?
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Right.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Right. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. What you mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Talk your shit.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
I mean... Bitch, if we think you the killer, we don't give a fuck about that. What? I mean, that girl... Okay. Did she just try to emotionally manipulate niggas? No. That's not emotional manipulation. That's fucking fear of outcome manipulation. I don't know what you call it, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. If I think you a murderer, you a murderer. The fuck? It be just my luck you the murderer trying to gaslight me. Die. But I don't think you the murderer, but I'm just saying that makes you suspicious, honestly.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Talk your shit. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Duh.
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Right.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
Absolutely.
Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up, you!
Oh, bro.
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
What?
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind, and as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
If that's the case, why would she have been hiding that whole time?
So, that was her motive?
If she thought that the trial was gonna end when she killed the mastermind, why would she hide? You know what I'm saying?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I know my reasoning is kind of dumb, but like, if I thought that I fucked the whole game and the mastermind isn't functioning anymore, what would I be hiding for at that point? You know what I'm saying? I'd be outside like, yeah, bitch, we good. I did it. If I was confident that the game was gonna end behind that, why would I be hiding? I don't know. That might just be my dumb ass though.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Okay.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Oh, are you talking about the shed?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
That fucking tarp.
Interesting. I'm listening.
The tarp.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Okay.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
I was wondering, remember I said when they bring that shit up it's gonna be important later, I just didn't get why dirt would be important.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Obviously I don't understand physics and dirt because I don't, yeah, that wouldn't have,
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Okay.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Because the body ain't fucking real.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Oh.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
How would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. After refute what Kyoko said. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. This bitch be playing games. I gotta look at these real quick. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half is soaking. Bottom half remained dry. Fake nails don't mean shit. When the body was found, they don't got nothing to do. Knife at the crime scene. Knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It is also the same knife that Toko had given Makoto for safekeeping. And the knife the master assailant. Okay. Body before the explosion. There we go. I was like, which one am I gonna have to use?
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Bitch.
No, that's wrong.
I ain't even have to rewind that shit. I knew it was that one. Fuck you.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
That's what I was thinking since the first moment I saw that body. The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
That's what I've been saying since the beginning.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know exactly where they got it from.
They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time.
You know for a fact?
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
I mean, why do you know that though? Why do you know specifically that? You know what I'm saying?
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
Absolutely. I've been saying that since the beginning.
What? Chicken blood?
Mm-hmm.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Y'all know nothing about that.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
Mm-hmm. Because they had to get the knife that same way.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
The knife.
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Unless the body's a big-ass
But that's
fucking
not
pillow.
what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
It's a goddamn magic eraser in that bitch. Damn super soaker. No, not a super soaker. Super soaker's a water gun. Goddamn super absorb.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene.
Bounty.
Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No.
I think so.
Oh, I thought that bitch was covering the body. I'm tweaking.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
No, I wasn't tweaking.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Okay.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Right.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult. They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
You saying somebody should have seen them walking around?
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Okay. Then the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Ooh. Ooh, this is getting deep. They ain't never did that mid-trial.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square
They ain't
one.
never did that mid-trial.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
You see why I don't like him and Hina? They do that same shit.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
What's up?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
There we go. I knew it was gonna come up.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
I knew that was gonna come up.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Yeah, y'all forced me to take that fucking knife I didn't want. Fuck y'all. I remember that shit. And that bitch told me, why don't you hang on to it?
The knife we gave to Makoto?
That bitch said, why don't we hang on to it? Kyoko is involved way deeper than we think she is.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up to now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No,
so
not
there's
necessarily.
No question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. I used that knife to kill Mukuro? No, there's no way.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Hold on, y'all. The murder took place before the sprinkles turned on. So my thing is, how would I prove? I was thinking about the Monokuma file because it doesn't necessarily specify that the knife was the killer. So I have to scroll through these again. Disguised dead body. Body before the explosion. Exploded body. What does exploded body analysis say? It doesn't say anything. Fragments near the dead body.
That seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
They just did me dirty with that fucking purple shit. I ain't gonna lie.
The knife we found lodged in the dead...
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had that automatic...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
What am I supposed to do right here? Okay, I'm gonna have to do deductive reasoning.
The knife we found lodged...
It's the same one we gave to...
Okay, gave to Makoto. What would I do to... What contradicts that? Literally nothing contradicts that. Absolutely nothing contradicts that that knife was given to me. So I don't think I have to hit that with anything. Do I have to use that for anything? You gave me the knife. Yeah, no, I don't think I have to... No.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of...
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically...
Well...
Getting stabbed is the other point. So what do I contradict getting stabbed with out of my options? It doesn't make sense. What do I contradict that with? None of my options really contradict that, do they? I don't have that. I have this. Explosion was and doesn't say anything about stab. It should be noted that the bomb which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym had disappeared. This is an interesting one because I'm not gonna say that this is a truth bullet that I can use, but this is an interesting one because this gives me another alibi, which is how the fuck did that body get a bomb in it? At the same time, the bomb that y'all found disappeared, and y'all were with me the whole time that it disappeared. And even if y'all weren't with me the whole time that it disappeared, y'all had it while I could have been tampering with the body, so I couldn't have put the bomb in there while you had it. And when you didn't have it, and I could have took it, like let's say I lingered in the gym longer, then I took it. how the fuck did I put it on the body without anybody recognizing that? So I'm not saying that I can't use this, but this is an interesting piece right here. I'm gonna keep that in mind because that does give me another alibi, but I don't know if that's for now or for later. Now, what was the next one? No, I don't think Sprinkler was one of them. And even if it was, they already said that I can't use that because, yeah. And I don't think this is a throwback situation.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Hell no, that don't make no sense.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatic?
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
When the body was found would do me no favors, I feel like. When the body was found, I feel like would do me no favors. This one is getting weird.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it.
Makoto, just because I had that automatic?
well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
I'm just shooting shit now, cause yeah, I'm just shooting shit at this point. I don't know.
We gave to Makoto.
It
Fuck
really
does that
is,
mean?
isn't
It went down, so I'm gonna do it again.
We gave to Makoto.
It just went down, so I did it again. I just wanted to see. But does down mean that's important?
Horrible man you are, Makoto.
I'm lost. I'm actually lost with this one.
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
I don't know.
right?
I think at this point I'm just gonna do random chance. I'm not even gonna try to figure this out. I don't have the intelligence for this part right here. I don't have the intelligence for this part, so I'm just gonna shoot this shit randomly.
Getting stabbed is what killed her. Right?
I literally do not know what the fuck they want me to do right here. This is damn near Googleable. I'm not gonna lie. This is damn near Googleable. I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Horrible man you are, Makoto.
Please shut the fuck up. I'm about to slam your fucking head into the concrete.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
I'm so aggravated right now. I'm so lost, bro. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know, I just got reminded of what I said earlier. Remember I said earlier they called that body blackened? That's how I know that that's how I know that it's deeper than what y'all saying it is. That's how I know Monokuma's behind this. They literally called that body blackened. That's some storyline shit. I'm not gonna lie. That's how I know this is deeper than what they're trying to make it. But this is my main hold up right here. It has to be something with getting stabbed is what killed her.
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
It has to be something with that one, bro. I just don't know what.
Just because I had that automatic?
well,
Getting stabbed is.
Why the fuck is it that?
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Why the fuck wouldn't that be Monokuma file? What the fuck did they just have me use for that? I think they had me use disguised. And you know what? They could have even had me use more than that one. That would have made more sense. And yeah, I'm gonna bitch about it. They could have had me use this one. Why the fuck the knife don't got no blood on it? They could have had me use that one. Why in the fuck did you have me use disguised dead body? Okay, bro. I'm gonna let y'all have it though. Because I want to have fun. I'm not trying to be mad at this game.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yeah, and my brain would have never put that together.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
What?
I got it!
What?
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Mind you, like I said earlier, the explosion in itself is my main alibi. Fuck the knife. I don't know if they're gonna bring that up earlier, but the explosion itself and the fact that I know where the bomb came from is my main alibi, bro. In my opinion. Cause how the fuck did I get the bomb in there? How? I don't know, that's just me.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
I wonder, do you even know the answer?
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
Right.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown.
Nope.
I might be dumb.
Nope.
But even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Not even letting him talk.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
He's only saying tell her because he doesn't know. He only saying tell her because he doesn't fucking know, bro.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Why is nobody... Am I just dumb? Y'all can be honest in the comments and let me know if I'm just dumb, but why is nobody latching on to the bomb itself being my main alibi? Why is nobody acknowledging that? I feel like that's a very important piece of evidence to say that it wasn't me. Y'all niggas were there. Y'all found... How the fuck I'ma put the bomb in the bitch while y'all there with the fucking bomb in your hand, gang? How I'ma do that? And then after y'all leave the gym, let's say I lingered, how I'ma put the fucking bomb in the body while everybody's staying at the fucking body? Okay, bro.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. It want them titanium rods. What does the fucking file say? They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. So maybe not the rods, because a metal pipe is more like this than like this. So I don't know. Never mind.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
A metal pipe.
I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already told.
And it wasn't because of the knife. And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that
You know
she
what?
was hit on the back of her head.
Every time I get that fucking -20, I get angry. Every time I get that fucking -20, I get angry. It just makes me want to restart. That shit just blew me so bad. Oh my soul, it did. I can't even lie, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna log back in. But there is nothing that is saying metal pipe anywhere.
I refuse to give up yet.
So once again, I'm fucking lost entirely.
Yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Oh, that just blew me.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't
Because of the night.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm not hitting that. The fuck? I am not hitting that shit. That shit is... Oh my gosh, bro. That shit is making me rage, bro. I am not hitting that shit.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Okie dokie. All right.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, this trial is getting me. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck are you telling me this for? What the fuck are you telling me any of that for?
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay. So do I grab evidence that she got hit on the back of the head and bring that to the front? If so, that's gonna aggravate me again, but whatever.
That's gotta
Be it. There was evidence
that showed she was hit. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire... Then shall we continue? The
victim's fatal injury has
Yet to be determined.
What?
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh, yeah. That's
gotta be it. There was evidence
that showed she was hit. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
I don't give a fuck about them wounds.
Shall we continue? The victim's
fatal injury.
No, that's wrong.
Let me tell y'all why that's about to blow me. Let me tell y'all why that's about to blow me real quick. Hold on.
Died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Let me tell y'all why that just blew me. If Hero just fucking said that shit, why do I have to go back in time and specify what the fuck the blow is if we know it? Why? Somebody said, bro, obviously Byakuya is mistaken because he's talking about countless slice wounds. Obviously, you have to lead him on the right path. So why wasn't it Monokuma file? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying not to be a bitch, but why wasn't it Monokuma file, bro? And if Hero is fucking saying it right there, why do I have to go back in time and be like, oh yeah, it's that? I mean, even though he said it though. What? Come on, bro, come on. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna say I'm an idiot. You know, obviously I'm the fool, but come on. And mind you, once again, that fucking file, somebody said, obviously that's why. This is just a prediction. The file doesn't say that it's a fatal blow. It just says that that's a listed injury. Okay, bro.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
Because they was days old.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Which once again makes me question why the fuck Monokuma file wasn't the answer and why I had to go get Hero shit, but whatever.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Which that would have... I'm just angry because y'all would have got that with a natural progression of the story. Y'all didn't even need me to do that.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Goodness gracious.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Whoa.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Whoa.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Was it really them little ass shits? Was it really them little ass shits? Why wasn't that an option?
I got it!
Why wasn't that a truth bullet option,
Mukuro
bro?
was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her.
Okay.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Yeah, obviously I don't know what a metal pipe is.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
This shit look more like a regular straw, like a damn shake straw. I don't know.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame him for down it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Okay, bro. Don't bullshit me on this one, cause y'all bullshitting me on that one. I'ma still take the idiot title, but y'all bullshitting me with that one.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
Yeah.
It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right!
There's no doubt that the arrow is the murder weapon, but there's more to it than that. Is he
titanium arrow.
He's specifying that it's a titanium arrow.
It was in the dojo
so it's the
locker,
duct
right?
tape.
I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
It's the duct tape.
Well, it said the weapon must. It seems like an arrow.
It's the duct tape.
No, it's wrong.
I'm like, if he's saying titanium, then she knows it's metal. So it had to. Okay, that makes sense. I get it.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
I get it.
Inside the dojo
I like
locker,
that one. I like
we
that one.
also found a balled up wad of duct tape.
That one made me happy. Thank you.
The killer probably used this duct
God.
tape to bind multiple arrows together.
I needed that one, bro.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Okay.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Fuck.
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Locked in.
Damn, that's harsh.
Harsh.
Are you even listening?
I want him dead.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
Yep.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
That's a fucking lie.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
That was a bold-faced lie. That was such an obvious lie that she's definitely doing something else. She has a plan.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
Hell no.
You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
It doesn't even necessarily mean she's the culprit, but that bitch just bold-faced lied,
The
so.
death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
That bitch getting mad. I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
And so here's the thing. I kind of had a feeling she was gonna react like that. The same way they came and took that knife out of my room, it might have been the same way they put that lock in her room.
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
But she did lie when she said she ain't never been to the dojo. Bitch, I spoke to you in the dojo, so.
That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just
Something weird happened to you too?
there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She's protecting me. And does that mean she... She knew I was being attacked? She came to our rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? If it's fucking Byakuya's time, why am I doing it? What?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Now, why couldn't she have done that? Why couldn't she have done that? Byakuya should know that Kyoko didn't do it, but why him?
Those words you...
What does Byakuya's account mean? What is he talking about? Byakuya stated that there was no corpse in the gardens, and also said that... No, I don't think that's it. Wood block key. I don't know. And when the body was found. Yeah, that can't be it. I don't know.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Okay, so it has to do something with that. It has to do something with locker key in her room and the murder weapon. And she's saying, could I have really done that? Why is she saying, could I have really done that? Titanium arrow, duct tape, locker, wood block, room. Because he has her fucking key. He literally has her key. How would she have gotten back in her room? So how in the fuck? Which one says that though? Which one? I mean, she has secret tool that grants access to some shit. Yeah, she has a secret tool, so that doesn't necessarily mean that, but how do I say that he has her fucking key?
But could I really have done that?
It's because he has her fucking key.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
There is.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya, what are you...
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Woo! No, it's wrong. Woo! Okay, okay. I'm locked back in. 1, 2, 4. Don't unlock me. I think one of you niggas unlocked me.
Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Right.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Right.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Besides that key that she has in secret, but I guess we're gonna keep that on the low for now.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. It was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just said. An obvious lie, but this just isn't like her. Try to save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is there something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind laid for us. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Mastermind's trap? Okay. What do I do? I have to decide right here whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. I'm gonna let it go. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Yeah.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
The same motherfucker that took the knife out my room.
Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Right.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Okay.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
This nigga getting active.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the Mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Ooh.
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
Nah, this nigga a bitch.
Time's up?
This nigga's a
What do you
bitch.
mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Nah, this nigga
So
playing.
then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
This nigga playing.
Time?
This nigga playing. This nigga got jokes, gang. Hell nah.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Ooh. This is something. Whoa! Whoa! Niggas voted for me? What? You think I'm the killer?
Sorry.
Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
They got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. Y'all, can I be? I knew. Bro. Y'all know when I was spam clicking that minus 20-second on the sentence thing. For some reason, I don't even know why. I literally cannot tell you why. For some reason, something in my head said, what if this is the one time that Makoto did some shit? You know what I'm saying? What if this is the one time Makoto did some shit and I as the player don't know about it? You know what I'm saying? It's the same as always. It's just like the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me.
I know this is all my fault. Kyoko!
Let's give it everything we've
Whoa!
got! It's punishment time!
Damn! Niggas just got a bad ending. I just got the bad ending. Somebody said this will happen when you let it go, gang. Well, okay. I mean, Makoto kind of gangsta, ain't he? He not even tripping for real. He just looking at that shit like, oh, niggas really got it in for me, for sure. Ooh wee. I mean, damn. Makoto, what you thinking right now, bro? You should have snitched on that thought, bitch. I can't believe it. That whore. Ooh, nah, he got scared that time. My bad. Sperm. Why is he talking about impregnation? Why was that an option back there? Hello? Is it gonna stop right before he kills him because he's the ultimate lucky student or some shit? Oh, Chihiro! Oh! Oh! Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it to all hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that? Sorry.
In other words,
What was that? What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that's even better. It's even better. Better. Special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? What the fuck is going on?
calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. A massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Whole Speak Academy brings in a Damn, if you come in the graduate, you'll be set for life. Well, honey, as a tradition, nigga seems the credit of crop of the motherfucking dick in the cock. What? It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, where hopes peak, making a fitting name. That's two things you need to do to attend this school. You gotta already be attending high school. You gotta be the very best at what you do. An ordinary student can enroll here. The only way you been scouted by the motherfucking nigga, yeah. And starting in the motherfucking gates was goddamn Makoto Naegi, ultimate lucky. What? Where am I? I woke up, my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. Wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing here asleep just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever seen before. What the fuck is going on? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. That's that fucking rocket from the first nigga that died, ain't it? I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I gonna be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. My nigga alter ego saved me. And he used that last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. That's a rocket in a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Is that an airplane? Something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit. This is a desk. It's probably one that fell down here with me. Are you Aubrey? Is your head fucking steel? How did you not cave your shit in? Okie dokie. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around bad? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted, and it was my only way to preserve what little strength I had after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to pass, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It's like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Can I look up above? Not really. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it had to have been to tumble down here with me.
Just a second.
Giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. What the fuck?
It smells awful.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. That really hit the spot. Now I got all the I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Kyoko, what the fuck is happening? But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
Abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. I mean, she did, but now she's back, so technically, I don't know. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. Because she didn't expect for Chihiro to do that, base. Or did you know he was going to do that? I can't tell with you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. I can't offer you any other reason than that.
I'm truly sorry.
Okay. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I had to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then it really is true. You really lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each one of us as soon as we arrived to the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. Couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate was either. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. Seems much too convenient. Are you saying that you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I could come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories have been connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things about myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked together as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
No, don't make too big of a deal about it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind... one of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could be the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like that dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
You okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. I'd better talk to Kyoko. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember everything?
So...
I think there's still a lot that I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Oh. Oh.
So...
Oh. You mentioned your ability. My ability? What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I was close. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Host Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Whatever it took, I had to find them. Okay. You see, those who knew me best knew me by my title, Ultimate Detective. Right. You have to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Host Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Bro, I knew she was way too close to this. I knew she was way too close to this, but for him to be her father? I knew she was way too close to this, but that is crazy. What?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child, as it turns, and he became the headmaster of Host Peak. So that's why when we were asking her questions about herself, she was throwing them question marks. She wasn't trying to play. She genuinely didn't know. Kyoko's dad is Host Peak headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
So,
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. It makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's the layout of the entirety of Host Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro, and that key. Hold on, make sure that thing's still recording. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. I was so preoccupied with investigating that room, it was unforgivably careless of me. So which one do I click first? I'm gonna click that one first. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
However...
Hold on. Okay, I was just making sure that was it. It has to do with Mukuro Ikosaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... everyone but you and me had an alibi, so who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. We know that. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikosaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Host Peak Academy and choose the school.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikosaba. What was that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have been, there was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I know. I saw it. Huh? That bitch was in my room. I saw it.
Indeed.
Ugh. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during the night? I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the master assailant was, they ended up being dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class try to eliminate me. If all that is really true, then I was right to not expose Kyoko's lie. I'm glad I put my faith in her. What the fuck is happening, y'all? Whoops, wrong button again.
Correct.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. I thought the same shit, which is why I trusted her. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. But wait, doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything that they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
it means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. I knew I wasn't wrong with that. I know that they said that there wasn't. I know Monokuma said that the 17th student doesn't exist. But I knew that it was some shit like that. This is my theory and I'm claiming it right now. Mukuro Ikusaba was the ultimate despair because that bitch killed that whole clan. The whole Fenrir shit. That's my idea. But I feel like the mastermind and Mukuro Ikusaba are two different people. I feel like the mastermind took that identity, bro. I feel like the ultimate despair from Mukuro Ikusaba was a nickname because the ultimate was actually the soldier shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've been felt like that, bro. And also I knew that the mastermind was heavy behind that shit because not only because of the blackened sentence that they said earlier, but it was some other shit that I can't remember now. But bro, I was feeling that. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that incident. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever is responsible for that, they're to ultimate development. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
indeed,
make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. Fenrir, that is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Fenrir? Oh, Bus. Was my fucking character blacked out on that screen? I wasn't paying attention. Whoa, bro. Dream Island rocket present. Absolutely saved my data. 5 alive? Oh, because I'm dead. Right. Okay, y'all. Okay. I'm done. I gotta stop it right there. That's the perfect ending for today's episode, man. Like if you fuck with it. I'm fucking with this heavy right now. Comment if you got any games you want me to play, bro. Subscribe for more content like this. I will catch y'all niggas in the next one. Peace.